that was the deal. Now, so I can go to police training very cheaply because I'm retired. It might be $150, $200 a course. I can go for $10 with my retirement money. So they had this new laws in Texas, and I went to it, a legal update, and they had new laws on choking. If you choke the windpipe, it was now a 4th degree felony. If you just choke the bloodlines, it was a 3rd degree misdemeanor, 1st degree misdemeanor. And so, and I just said, geez, you know, first of all, are they still worried about choking? But it's a big problem in domestics. And then I started looking at it in other states were identifying this difference. And so, you know, the windpipe crush could be why it's more of a problem than otherwise. And so, I always like to say, and also too, a martial arts instructor, a cop, a psychologist is probably not going to solve the domestic violence problem that a woman has if she's being choked. And they say statistically that if a woman is choked by her husband, there's a very high percentage he'll kill her. This is a common truth. So I hate to ignore chokes, you know, for that reason. And so I was choked from behind once for real. And I had an interesting story, but I jumped in the Army and I broke the guy's pinky to get out of it. But it was from behind. And anyway, some of the favorite things you can do, you know, like we all have always showed the breaststroke into the eyes, and then you can hit them, do whatever you want. And then you have this fun one that I always kind of like. It's a boxing approach. 1, 2, 3, 4. And see, I'm aiming that shot for the carotid pretty good. And you can do this on the ground too, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's a good 4 blows that is pretty good. But you also have who? And these are all stop 4 arm problems. You know, and that's why we're just trying to do this right away. And this is usually a sign of hate. Because, you know, he's not really protecting himself. They're all doing this. It's just a throttling, and sometimes, you know, the head is going. And, you know, we just want everybody to get a little angry in your life when you're fighting. It used to drive me crazy to see martial art posters, you know. Remove anger from your life. You know, I need me some anger. It fires me up. And I've been stupid angry a couple of times in my life, and that's not what I'm trying to do. You know, you have to control yourself in some way. Even with adrenaline, half adrenalized, it's pretty darn good. So we used to teach in the police academies, if you're going to a hot call, anytime you have to put the siren on, start that deep breathing. Associate siren, deep breathing, siren, deep breathing. Because you need that control, you know. You know, people say, how can one jump out of a plane? I say, no, you're crazy. There's 3 armed fellows in the next building. Should we go get them? I'll say, okay. And just like somebody on skydiving or skiing down a steep, they're addicted junkies. And if for police work, I'm like an addicted junkie. And I miss it pretty much every day. Aspects of it. I don't like the administration. I don't like a lot of crap, but there's just something thrilling and wonderful about doing cool shit as a cop. There just is, you know. And I want to do that. I want to do that again. I want to be there again, just like you want to skydive again. It's the same thing. But I, at my best, is just half adrenalized. You know, it's half adrenalized, half angry, half all these different things. I can think good. I can do all these things good. And this is what we hope that you can achieve, you know, under these terrible times. And another thing that's always helped me tremendously is, if you punch me, I'm going to get a little pissed. I'm not going to get sad. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm going to get pissed. Some energy, some little ball of energy is going to come through me, and I'm going to survive. I'm going to take this on, you know. Sort of, how dare you do that? But like I said, I've lost it a couple of times, but for a variety of reasons. No lunch that day, constipated, fight with the wife. All these different things affect you, and then when you have to jump into action, you're inhibited by, you know, a lot of these things that could go wrong. Anyway, so here I don't really know why I started to talk, but you know, boom, 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 boom. You have that Tomorrow we'll be doing this with a stick on the ground. You have that shot. That's a face maul. But the important thing is, if they're choking you blood-wise, you're thinking, I'm okay, I'm still okay. You're out. If they're choking your windpipe, it's kind of an air swimming event. And so you start having a different reaction. So if I'm not doing that and I'm thinking, I'm okay, I'm hanging in with Scott, you might not be. You know, and so you need to get out of that right away. So there's a downward face, the face wrap, pick a side, look at that. And then just bang, hit that. Just 4 ideas against the choke. Let's throw you